Okay, so we get this inequality, which you wrote down correctly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you try to do all kinds of things with this inequality, okay? The only thing I would do to start this inequality is you got messed up on the fractions,
Mm-hmm.
okay? I don't want fractions. I don't want fractions in my equations or my inequalities. All I got to do then is multiply all terms by the common denominator. In this case, there's only one denominator. So I do 3 times 12 minus x over 3 greater than or equal to 3 times 0. Okay? Now, when I multiply 3 times 12 minus x over 3, what do I get?
Well,
I have to use the distributive law to multiply this.
so
This means
36.
3 times 12
Mm-hmm.
minus 3 times x over 3 is greater than or equal to 3 times 0, of course, is 0. Okay?
Okay.
Something times something in parentheses means you distribute. You use the distributive law, right?
Right.
And you don't want to be fuzzy in that, so I'll probably come up with some exercises on that. Okay, so then we'll just come over here. That gives us 36, because 3 times 12 is 36.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 times x over 3 is what?
3x.
No.
3 times x over 3.
Yeah, okay, so we could write that as 3x over 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's greater than or equal to 0. What's 3x over 3?
Oh, 1x.
Yeah. Okay? And I do recommend writing it out like this. I don't like cancellation.
Mm-hmm.
I forbid it in my pre-calculus class because people do it wrong.
Right.
Your instructor's not going to forbid it, but if you use it, make sure you use it correctly, okay?
Okay.
Because this times this over this is the same as 3 over 3 times x, right?
Right.
And 3 over 3 is 1, so you end up with x. So you said 1x, and I think you understand. Okay, so now what am I going to do to both sides? Because this gets a little tricky. I got to remind you something. I'm sure you went over it. I'm sure you did it, but people tend to mess this up, okay? But let's see if you can not mess it up. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. But if you mess it up, you got a lot of company, so you don't have to feel bad. You just got to fix it.
Would you subtract 36?
Yeah, subtract 36 from both sides, and what do you get?
You get negative x is greater than or equal to 0 minus 36.
Yep, good. Well, you want to get x, not negative x. What are you going to do?
And divide by -1, or?
Well, it's the same as multiplying by -1. You can multiply by -1.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So what do you get if you multiply by -1?
You get x is greater than or equal to positive 36.
Something happens with an inequality if you multiply by a negative. Do you remember what that is? If you multiply or divide by a negative, it reverses the inequality.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, so you get 1 over 36.
Okay? And we'll make a note here. This is very important. You want to be sure you remember this. multiplication or division by a negative reverses the inequality. So you see the inequality got reversed here, right? And now we have the correct solution. X is less than or equal to 36. Okay? And then you kind of check that out. Okay? What's a number less than 36 that would be easy to put in here?
A number less than 36?
Yeah.
34.
No, I don't want to divide 34 by 3. That's too much work.
9.
9, okay. So you get 12 minus 9 over 3, which is 3, right?
Right.
Does that work? Well, 12 minus 3 is what?
9.
Can you dig the square root of 9?
Hmm.
Yeah, that works. Okay, now I had to use 0,
Okay.
because that one's really easy. You get the square root of
Yeah.
12, and that's okay, right?
Right, okay.
Okay? And then you take a number greater than 36. What's a number bigger than 36 that you could easily put in here? 10 million and 2 is a good one, but you don't want to go that far. Okay. It's divisible by 3, though. Huh?
45?
45 would be an easy number, because 45 divided by 3 is 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 12 minus 15 is,
Is negative 3.
and you can't do that square root, right?
Right.
So, an x that's bigger than 36 looks like it's going to give you a number that's less than 0 here, right?
Right.
And numbers less than 36 very plausibly give you numbers that are positive, right?
Right.
So, greater than 36, you're going to get a negative. If x is 36, of course, you're going to get 0, and that's okay. And if x is less than 36, you're going to get a positive number. So you check, and that's very important. Really get in the habit of checking.
Okay.
Our MTEs do not do a good job of teaching people to check their work.
Right.
And neither do high school courses either, because students skip it and they still pass. And I'm not sure who thinks that's a good idea. Except the parents that want little Johnny to be above average. And he probably is, half the people are. Okay, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so do we understand everything that
I think
is
so.
involved with this one?
Yeah.
Okay.